And here it is. Whew. I'm liking this. I think they aren't out in EU yet. Well, we got it right here. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to click on it first. I'm going to go right through. Okay, so we got our Guardian. We got our Vandal. We got our Sheriff. Our beautiful Knife. Operator. Very nice, very interesting calling card here. This is definitely new. Have not seen that yet. And then of course we looked at the buddy yesterday, as well as the weapon skins. Can you friend me? You can send me a friend request, man. 3023. That's the tag. And there's the spray. It's a very, very simple spray, but not bad. All right, we are going to go ahead. I acknowledge that items purchased as part of a bundle are not refundable. Go ahead and grab that. Woohoo! Hey, what is up, guys? So yesterday we got Skye in Valorant, and I played Skye all of yesterday and all of today, and then today the Reaver sets came out. I got the entire Reaver set, went ahead and put variants on all of them, and went through and used all the different weapons, and I have to admit, these Reaver set skins are so nice. I am really impressed with what they did with the Reaver skins. I know some people say that they, liked them in the beta more than they do now, and they think that the hype is a little, overdone. Granted, it's not like the greatest skin set in the world, right? There have been some really good skin sets in Valorant already, but I think that this Reaver set is very nice. I love the black variant and I love the white variant. Like I said in my previous video, I think the the red variant isn't as flashy as it could be. But like I said, I think that the white variant on the Vandal and the black variant on the Operator and Sheriff are really nice. And then I just went ahead and threw the red variant on the Guardian. Overall, I think that they're really nice. But what I want to talk about in this video, while you watch me get some pretty nice kills with the new Reaver skins, is Skye. Now, the new agent Skye is a very odd agent to use. She is both support in the way that she can heal and flash for her team, but she is also an initiator in the fact that, with her wolf and with her... I'm not sure if it's a wolf or a fox. I'm just going to go ahead and say wolf. But in any case, with her wolf ability and her flash, her bird flash, she can be very aggressive, especially with her seeker abilities. Now, if you're watching the gameplay in the background right now, you see me get a nice 4K, I believe like a 1v2 or a 1v3. I've got some random double kills and stuff. I haven't gotten a whole lot of gameplay with her because I am playing her in comp, but I do have a pretty good grasp on how to use her. One of the big things that you need to learn how to do with Skye, and really any agent, is learn how to adapt to the playstyle that you need to play in that game. For instance, if you have duelists on your team who are doing their job and doing their job well and aggressively pushing into sight, then you can play Skye a little more passively, and you can play her back for her heals, essentially flash through smokes for your team, flash into sight for your team. You do have to be very careful not to flash your teammates, though. These flashes, I have flashed myself about 300 times now. I haven't been flashing my teammates all that much, but I have flashed myself a lot using these flashes. They are really nice in the fact that you can control them just the same way that you would with a jet smoke, holding down the left click and then maneuvering your mouse where you want it to go. That is very nice, and you can use them at a very far range. There were a couple situations where, let's say I was in the middle of B side on bind, and I could ride my hawk all the way down into B long to see if anyone's there. Her flash and her wolf are amazing for intel, and her ult. And in any case, all three of those abilities are really good for intel. One thing that is very helpful to know, if you didn't already know, is her flash will actually tell you if someone is blinded. Unlike something like a Phoenix flash or a breach flash, where it just flashes and then, you know, you kind of go around the corner hoping that the person is flashed. Skye actually yells out, he's blinded or she's blinded, whenever she blinds somebody with her flash. Now, the fact that she has 3 flashes and you know when you flash someone, you can use them very preemptively, and you can use them a lot more often than maybe, say, a Phoenix flash, where you kind of want to hold on to at least one of them, you know, for particular scenarios. There were multiple situations throughout all my games in these last 2 days where I would just kind of, you know, throw a flash around a corner just to see if anyone's peeking it. Granted, you should be doing that already, no matter what agent you are, if you have a flash. You know, but I felt like I could use them a little more proactively, and I didn't have to save them the same way that I would, like I said, if I was Omen or Phoenix, only having 2 flashes, and really, you know, having those flashes be situational. With Skye's flashes, similar to Breach, you can use them a lot more often, having 1 extra, and with Skye, it is her signature ability. So not only does she have an extra flash than everyone else, she automatically gets 1 flash every single round. So one nice way to think about it is you don't want to save your flashes, right? If you go into a round with 3 flashes, you might as well just use 1 of them, because you're gonna get another one the next round. So if you don't use one this round, you know, that extra one that you're getting next round is essentially pointless, which is why I've started using at least 1 of her flashes, you know, kind of right off the start of the beginning of a round. Maybe it's A short, B long, showers, whatever. You just throw 1 out real quick, see if they're there, and if it does flash someone, you can swing around that corner and try to kill them. Her flashes can be used very aggressively. Now, what I said earlier, and I know I kind of digressed off the situation, but with playing Skye, because she is an initiator, not a duelist, and she is a support agent, like I said, with her heals, you do want to play her a little more passive. You don't want to be the one rushing in on offense, and you don't want to be the one you know, pushing aggressively on defense, because she is that agent who can heal the rest of her team, and her heals are very powerful. Granted, you do have to be close to the person you're healing and within the line of sight to actually heal them, but they are very, very useful, and you can use those heals to really help your team win a round. So you don't want to get too aggressive and be the first one to die and then have that heal, similar to the way that I said that, you know, you want to use her flash, because if not, you're wasting the one you get the next round. Well, if you are the healer on your team, you know, obviously you're most likely not going to have a Sage. Sage is pretty useless at this point. Not useless, but underplayed. So you're not going to have a Sage on your team in most scenarios. You are the dedicated healer for anyone on your team that isn't Reyna or Phoenix. And so you need to be there to be able to heal your team when they get lit and stuff like that. Now, like I said, adapting to the way that your team is playing. Sometimes you want to play her a little more passive to use those heals. Now, that is if your duelists are doing their job on offense and actually pushing in, flashing into sight, stuff like that. Obviously, you flash for your teammates. But if they are not doing their job, she is one of those agents, similar to Omen in a way, where you can get away with using her more aggressive as that initial push agent. Right, you can flash yourself into sight, and you can use her wolf to push yourself into sight. Now, all in all, I think she is a really good agent, but she is difficult to get the hang of, right? Like I said, you have to be pretty adaptive with her. You have to know when to use your flashes, when to use your wolf. I have not been using her wolf or her, I guess you'd call it her Q ability, all that often. Now, the situations where I do find it very useful is either to buy time, or again, to just see if someone's around the corner, right? As long as you're in a safe position, you throw out that wolf, and they can't push you, because if they try to push you, you jump that wolf onto them, you know, and then they're stunned. Or they have to shoot the wolf, which is then going to give away their position. So, you know, again, she has a lot of intel abilities. Similar to the way that Sova works, she is a very all-around character. She has heals like Sage. She has, you know, intel like Sova. She has flashes like Breach. or Phoenix, you know, so she can be used a lot of different ways. Now, when using her ult, I find it best to use her ult while taking a site or while playing retake on a site, because it gives away those little tight positions that people could be playing in, and it really helps your team you know, root out those random people playing. You don't want to use it just kind of in a default position where everyone on your team's spread out. You want to use her ult as your team is pushing into a site, very similar to the way that you would use a breach ult. Makes sense, they're both initiators. So in any case, like I said, she is a really good agent. She's very fun to play. There's not a whole lot to, you know, tell you about her. I think that the best way to learn is just by simply watching the gameplay and seeing how I play her, how other people play her, and, you know, learning from that, adapting from that, and playing her yourself and seeing what works, what doesn't work. You know, anytime you're playing a game like this, I've said it like 6 times in this video, but you just have to learn how to adapt. But I do suggest giving her a try. She is a very fun agent to play. She's very adaptive, and overall a pretty good agent in this game. I don't think she's overpowered. The only thing, and I'll probably make a video about this as a separate video, the only thing that I might have an issue with is earlier in the game, cycle,
right side, wasn't he?
a lot of people were talking about, okay, there's not enough flashes in the game. Well, I played a game on Bind where the other team had a Skye, a Breach, an Omen, and a Phoenix. I believe, actually, it was Reyna, not Phoenix. But in any case, so they got 3 flashes from Skye, 3 flashes from Breach, a flash from Omen, and 2 flashes from Reyna. So what, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 9 flashes that they can use to push onto site or to delay the other team from pushing onto site. Super annoying to play against because there are no agents who can really counter flashes besides maybe smoke agents. Now, I don't want there to necessarily be a counter agent to flashes, but it is definitely difficult to play against, in my opinion. Now, it is kind of nice because now you're seeing less sentinels. I don't know, the game's going in a weird direction. I'll probably make a complete separate video about that and kind of the direction that I think Valorant is going, whether it's good or bad. But in any case, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate it if you leave a like, comment, subscribe. I have been streaming pretty much every single day, Monday through Friday. And yeah, y'all take it easy.
Fireboy's gone.
Oh. Nice kill. Yeesh.
That's 3.
I whiffed there. Yo, 3 FT, 3 feet. Thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it.
Tie. 1 dead. One less. That's 3. Out.
There we go. I'm getting jealous, Dub. That's a nice little win there. That's a nice little win. Got some nice kills in there.